And then all right, I'm starting with this video and finishing with this video. Belle, are you frozen?
I love this video so much.
All right.
Push. And it's the very last day. Oh. But you sold 15K. Yeah! But your goal was 20. Oh. But you just got some recs. Oh. None of them are answering. Oh. Until one called you back. Yeah! But she's leaving on vacation. Oh. So she says, come over right now. Yeah! It takes you an hour to get to her house. Because she lives on Fisher Island. Yeah! You knock, but no one's there. Because they're barbecuing on the back porch. Yeah! She says she doesn't want to see the presentation. Because she already needs odds. Yeah! But she has to talk to her husband first. So she goes and gets him. He says there's no way he can get the homemaker set. Because it's way too small! But he says he's not interested in getting anything else. Other than the kitchen! But he asked, can he call him back in 3 weeks? Oh, what else he wants to get for his friends? So you leave the house in tears. Because you finally hit your goal! There's nothing else you can do. Until we break the record for SC2!
So that was the Miami branch office 2017 that holds the record for the largest branch summer in company history. They sold over $700,000 being managed by a 22-year-old college student. And I'm going to play that again because I love just thinking big and the way that they respond. But to start off, I want to say, I know there's certain people on our call that might not feel well, that might be tired, that have worked hard during this push. And you know what? I'm going to be real with you. I don't feel great either. I've worked hard. I'm a little bit tired. But a quote that I love is amateurs fake being injured to get out of working and professionals fake being healthy so that they can contribute, right? So don't allow yourself to give yourself reasons for why you can't finish this thing to the best of your ability or why you are where you are. The next 5 days aren't about making excuses. They're about making adjustments, right? So it's about every day waking up and committing to be the best you that day, right? So committing to fighting to get over 2, 3, or 4 or 5 plus grand on the day, right? Committing to setting up the rest of your push, committing to getting better, committing to stepping out of your comfort zone, committing to completing more demos today than you currently have, committing to sharing your passion with people and being okay and not being okay with reschedules, right? Committing to get going all out to create and committing to just being proud of yourself at the end of the day for the things that you did and the person you were. So I have a question for you, and I would think about this for a second, is what does the best you look like? Right? Ask yourself that. What does the best you look like? What does it look like to go all in today? What does that feel like? And the reason I say that is because a lot of the times in order for us to do something great, we need to go through it in our mind. We need to be able to envision it, right? I like to use the example of the first time LeBron James ever dunked a basketball. He didn't say to himself, wow, I never thought about what that would be like or feel like. Right? He had lived that moment in his mind a million times. And you need to think bigger. You need to start living that way in your mind so that it works outwardly, right? So question I have for you is, how can you have a 10K day today? You could be at nothing and you could have a 10K day. What does that look like, right? Like if I said to you, hey, if you have a 10K day today, I will give you $1 million. What would be your next steps? Right. And obviously you can't bribe them. If you tell anyone about the $1 million, I take it back. But I bet you everyone here could figure out a way to make that happen. Right. Visualize it. spend the day creating it, wipe yourself clean at the end of the day, and reenact that for the next 5 days, and you will win the end of this push, right? It's about thinking bigger today, not allowing yourself to limit yourself, right? We have 5 days left, and make sure that you have the best version of yourself that shows up for each one of them, right? Get ready for the biggest stretch of the push. Get ready for the 5 biggest days of our year. Right now, we're starting to heat up for the weekend, and you guys know what's about to happen, right? But these are the championship days of the push, and it's fighting through this weekend to create those extra demos. We need that extra energy and that increased focus on creating demos this weekend, fighting to create an extra 5, 10, 15 demos by the end of the day Monday, right? We have this morning where we could book up some extra stuff for today and tomorrow. We have tomorrow morning to book up some extra stuff for tomorrow, Sunday and Monday, Sunday to book up Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be a huge weekend, and we're going to do epic things. So set up that last week, right? Make sure that you're adding the callback verbiage on at the end of every demo, right? Telling your customer, hey, if I'm close to my goal at the end of this contest, is it cool if I reach out and see if there's anything you want to get or anything else that you might be interested in? It's taking notes on every presentation, writing down what they liked that they didn't get, some personal parts of the conversation, right? And the thing that's the most exciting is that no one has had those big time orders yet, right? We haven't had a 5K order yet this push. We haven't had a 7K order yet this push. We haven't had a larger order than, I think, 2,500. And every push, we have at least 3 or 4 of those orders. So they're yet to come, right? So don't fall short a little bit at the end of this push because you didn't do everything you could. Push through the short-term challenges, summon the courage and the energy to get yourself through the next 4 or 5 days, and you'll be at the finish line. Your monster days are still ahead of you, right? If you do the right things over the next 5 days, 3 of those days will be $2,500 days. And the other 2, you can easily get to 10K in the next 5 days, easily. Right? It's not going to be, it's maybe simply, you could easily do it and you could easily not do it. But you're the only one at the end of this push that is going to know if you gave it everything. And right now, I want you to take a second and forgive yourself if you haven't put forth your best for the entire push, right? Don't keep punishing yourself for not bringing your best, but bring your best for the rest of it, right? Whatever has happened and has no bearing on what is about to happen. So I have a question for you my question for you is how many calls would you make today if you knew that every person you called would book a demo and on that demo would buy a Homemaker Plus 8, right? However many calls you would make those calls. Otherwise you are not giving it your all. Listen to something before your demo that will help you grow, learn, enhance your mindset, and challenge yourself. I would challenge you, if you recorded every one of your demos and listen to parts before your next one will be that much better, right? Today will only be as big as you allow it to be, and you will only get out of it what you put into it. And if you can't commit for the next 5.5 days, you need to take deep thought, right? Everyone is capable of making this decision at this moment to be excellent for the remainder of this push. So if you have nothing on your schedule right now, you can find a way to create your best day ever, right? You can have a packed day and you could do nothing impressive with it because you could have the terrible mindset and do nothing on your demos and allow people to reschedule on you because your goals aren't important to you. But just make a decision to do the right things, to do the things that you said you were going to do that you haven't yet done, right? It could be reaching out to family and friends, asking them for help getting in touch with people or booking up some demos. It could be sticky noting, right? It could be calling back some past customers and asking them to help you get in touch with some of the referrals that you haven't been able to get in touch with. It could be leapfrogging on your demo or asking customers to help you book some, right? It could be bribing your siblings, right? It could be bribing friends. It could be sending the email that we did at the team meeting if you haven't done that, or posting the social status, and then making sure that you ask everyone to share that for you, right? Let it be people that, are close to you. Let it be every person you do a demo for, right? It could be texting the people who you had demos booked with that told you that they needed to reschedule that you haven't yet got on your schedule. It could be calling back past customers to get the referrals that you were promised, or even just simply making the calls that scare you, but that are out there for you to create, that you have the opportunity to go out and build the end of the push with. So it's just going and fighting for something today, right? I always say it doesn't matter how you start. It's only about how you respond, right? Nobody cares about the first 3 quarters. It's about just leaving it on the field, right? Working hard for something you don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something that you do care about is called passion. What is this push going to do for you, right? Playing always beats sitting on the bench. You miss every shot you don't take. So just be the best version of you today. Go grow and inspire others and fight to do everything you can to max out the last 5 days. And really, you know what you need to do to crush the next 5 days. Everyone knows what to do. It's just about going out and doing it. Knowledge doesn't create wealth. Applied knowledge and habits create wealth, right? So in the next 5 days, use that time to start creating success habits that you'll take with you for the rest of your life, right? What does the perfect day look like for your demos, right? What does it look like? Imagine, envision the perfect day happening for yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean that every demo goes perfect. You don't need to be perfect just to have the perfect intentions. This is something that I stole from Kyle. I've never said before, but I really liked it. It's not the words, it's the music, right? It's the melody of the song that you're creating and the belief that your customers feel and your confidence and your energy. Push magic doesn't just happen, it is created. That day is out there, that demo is out there. During the push or not, let's just be the people that fight for those things, right? Fight for the things that they can accomplish and have resolve to see things through all the way till the end. Don't stop or give up till 11. We're not going to stop or give up until 11 on Wednesday morning. We're going to pull out all the stops. This is another Kyle thing that I loved. He said Tiger Woods' quote was, "My heart will stop before my hunger to win does." Right? My heart will stop before my hunger to win does. That's the type of tenacity that champions are made out of. We're going to run out of time before we run out of belief or effort. Your best moments their best moment and moments are still waiting for you to experience them. So let's go out and create them.
And it's the very last day. Oh. But you sold 15K. Yeah! But your goal was 20. Oh. But you just got some wrecks. Oh. None of them are answering. Oh. Until one called you back. Yeah! But she's leaving on vacation. Oh. So she says, "Come over right now." Yeah! It takes you an hour to get to her house. Because she lives on Fisher Island. Yeah! You knock, but no one's there. Because they're barbecuing on the back porch. Yeah! She says she doesn't want to see the presentation. Because she already needs that. But she has to talk to her husband first. So she goes and gets him. He says there's no way you can get the homemaker set. Because it's way too small. But he says he's not interested in getting anything else. Other than the kitchen. But he asked, can he call him back in 3 weeks? Oh, what else he wants to get for his friends? So you leave the house in tears. Because you finally hit your goal. There's nothing else you can do. Until we break the record for us.
So if you've had a tough push so far, it's going to feel that much more rewarding when you finish the way that you're capable. And it's going to be that much more fun on beach day when everyone has an extra couple $1,000s in their bank account and finds out how much more capable they are. And we dominate the end of this push and we're all proud of ourselves. So I'm so excited for the way that we're going to finish this thing. Let's get after it and create our best